Casino del Sol Stadium. Anticipation for this one has been building through the early part of the season, and now here we are with a top 5 showdown. It's the Colorado Buffaloes and the Arizona Wildcats. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
I caught up with the Wildcats head coach pregame. He understands the importance of this game as a separator in the conference standings. With both teams undefeated, some games under their belt, this will be a great test for his team to see if they are on track to make it to the conference championship. Wants their total focus, their total composure, and their total attention today in this crucial conference matchup. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Buffaloes headed for the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Miller. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30. Let's talk a little about Arizona. It's not the end of the world. This is not one of those be-all, end-all games that we used to have in a different era. But certainly for the winner, clear shot at a conference title and perhaps a spot in the college football playoff and a bye.
I love it. It's a great show-me week. A lot of adrenaline, a lot of emotion. Like both these squads, really, really good football teams in really good positions in their conference. But, Jesse, after today, there can only be one and one.
Yeah, the picture's going to change, no doubt about it. These two teams both, though, believe they're the best in conference play. Nobody's beat them yet, and they believe they're the man in the conference. So we're going to learn a lot. By the time this game is over, who is the best in conference play?
Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Making the adjustment. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Here comes the heat. And he's sacked. Great work there by this defense.
It's always interesting to view the good teams, the teams that are ranked versus the teams that aren't ranked. And this defense, man, like, how do they play it today? I love that start, man. Coming out aggressive, flying around, playing like your hair's on fire, getting a sack to start this game, getting a little momentum on their side.
And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stopped. Barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Turns it upfield. You reach this portion of the season, and games like this, top 5 showdown, can really energize you, not to mention helping your playoff positioning down the road.
Yes, you can. You can make these big statement games. And listen, middle of the season, you kind of get in a lull, Jesse, where you kind of get used to playing and the new wore off a little bit. But when you got a top 5 matchup and something to prove, you bring that extra juice.
You're right. And if you play well in this game, you can ride that momentum down the stretch in November when those games really start to matter. But this is a big one right here. Lots of implications on the line.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
On the gun on third down, Lewis. Right side, it's Davis. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. 3rd and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
Lewis. Stepping to the right. Slings it downfield. Out wide right, it's Harris. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. And the Buffaloes are moving quickly down the field. Quick give. It's Davis. Going to be a gain of about 3 down to the 21.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20 yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Lewis to throw. Rush right in his face. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
We'll see what the D does, but this crowd bearing down and getting loud on 3rd down. Here's Lewis. Snags it. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. He'll be run out of bounds at the 13. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. They'll run him again. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Colorado! Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll move the wide receiver. Takes the handoff. It's Warren. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
There he goes. Enough to move the chains. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
You you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this, this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
Guys, Colorado has the lead here, and we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. First play of the period, first down here. From the gun, it's Miller. He's knocked down at the 34, but they're sort of hitting them in the mouth with a 6-yard pickup there.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
They give it to him again. They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
Basic run plays. I don't need a bunch of complicated stuff sometimes. I just need to get the first down and get the sticks moving.
Arizona comes out with another first down. Changing the routes with his receivers. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air, it's Rivers. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Colorado has the ball back, and the Buffaloes hoping to put their team in prime position on offense. The run inside. It's Young. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. They give it back to him. Just enough there to get it to the 25. A pickup of 2. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Trying to get through the noise, it's Lewis. The throw to the outside is complete. Now they'll really try to get this drive going. Good execution on third down as they have it 1st and 10 at the 31. Running inside, it's Young. Not a lot of daylight, he gets 1 to the 32.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Here's Lewis to throw. Look out! Hit as he throws. Oh, it's picked off. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Wildcats sending their offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And David, they've got to be able to...
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Got his man downfield. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And that's better protection up front by these guys. You give up a sack the play before, you got to give your quarterback some time. They do. And another thing that I really like, guys, what he did right here, you don't have to take a shot. You don't have to get it all back in one play. Nice job getting it out of your hands and now making the third down very manageable.
Push is ahead. He has stopped well short of the first down, but they are still in field goal range, assuming they send the kicker out there.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
Right down the boulevard, it's good. That'll bring him to within 4.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Takes the handoff. It's Young. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves. And they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Out wide left, it's Washington. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Straight ahead, it's Young. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Wide receiver comes in motion. Throwing, Lewis. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
That defender is a matchup nightmare for any offensive lineman to block. He's got athleticism, he's got length, he's got flexibility. He put it all on display on that side.
The Wildcats use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll take a moment to gather their thoughts and put together a plan for this third down play. Here comes the noise of this crowd doing everything they can to help the defense bear down on third down. Here's Lewis. Going over the top. Upstairs to make the catch. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
This tight end is such a weapon because he can line up all over the field. That time he starts in the slot. He's running the corner route against zone coverage, and he's just got athleticism and wiggle and the ability to separate and make big plays. It's so nice to have a target like that.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup. Second and long here. Lewis. They're all over him. Fighting off the defender. Breaks into the open. Runs it all the way down, almost to the 10. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 12. The Buffaloes have it with a 1st and 10. Hits inside, it's Young. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run or high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Lewis wants to pass. Rushes on. They'll wrestle him down at the 4-yard line after that run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. The quarterback just lost track of the play clock, didn't get the snap off quickly enough. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. Third down. On the ground, it's Young. Knocks him down a couple of yards short of the marker. And how about this free safety showing those tackling skills and forcing a fourth down? They get the timeout called here and probably just enough time for one more snap to put up points before the half. Absolutely perfect. The lead now 7 here in the third quarter. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Men, week 9, go time. So let's get down to business with a notable update from the world of college football. We begin with the South Carolina Gamecocks taking on the Alabama Crimson Tide. And it's South Carolina looking to come out on top in what has been a high-scoring affair. And I love that neither team fears this moment. Gotta see which defense is able to make a stand. Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
That back had absolutely nowhere to run the football. Actually, is he counting? I think he's counting to make sure there's only 11 guys on defense.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Lewis to throw. Working that left side now. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Line gets set, first down. Lewis to throw. Going to try to get it himself. He's going to be able to pick up a few yards before the slide.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football. You could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay. I'm just going to take off, get what I can get.
And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Short now, they snap it from their own 46. On the gun on third down, Lewis. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's 4th and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
Gets it away, good distance, but more importantly, just the direction he wanted. Wildcats come out to get things going on offense. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. The defense there to make the stop, and he barreled right into the teeth of the monster and picked up 4.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Out across the 40 and forced out of bounds at the 42, and now this offense is clicking. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. After taking another look just to confirm everything, the officials on the field got it right. Play will stand. This offense will snap it from the 42 on 1st and 10. Wide receiver going in motion. Miller with the ball. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Might as well run him again. Found a little crease and turned that into a productive run.
And that's a good sign for this offense, maybe finishing this football game. Maybe they can get that ground game going. They've tried. They just haven't had a lot of success. Made them very one-dimensional. Nice to see them run the football with some efficiency later in this game.
Tight end now in motion. Powers inside. Sees a crease. Oh, he's got some space. He's forced out of bounds at the 31, but that is why you keep it on the ground. Here's an opportunity for this offense in search of its first touchdown. It's 1st and 10. Motion from the wide receiver. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
Well, I love the aggressive nature of the defense on that play. Everybody playing with eye discipline. They saw the pre-snap motion. They knew who had the football. And you saw guys play with excellent instinct, running downhill and making a tackle.
Moving the pocket, it's Rivers. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out. They're trying to throw the football, man. I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. They got him, and down he goes, and what a huge sack that might have knocked him out of field goal range.
If I'm a play caller right here, I'm a little bit frustrated, and I say that because I can't take a sack here. A sack might take 3 off the board for me. I got to understand the situation. I got to get the ball out, try to make a play, but most importantly, don't make a negative play.
The Colorado offense comes out to go on the attack. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. He'll move it ahead, and a good productive play on the ground.
Man, it's easy to call plays when you're getting 5 or 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, why would I get complicated? Why would I get complex? Like, up front right now, this group just win, fall forward, get that good game, stay ahead of the sticks, don't have to get in bad situations. This defense better respond, or else I'll do that all the way down the field.
Throwing, Lewis. Oh, pressure's coming. Left side is Harris. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42. New set of downs after the completion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Davis. And he's swallowed up immediately. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage.
great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Lewis wants to pass. Fires to the tight end. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Third down from the gun, Lewis. It's incomplete, and we'll change into the field now. Midway point in the season, in games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the fourth. Huge play here late, and this crowd is coming to help the defense. Plowing ahead on fourth down. And he's brought down, but he picks up the first down, and the gamble pays off.
Really impressed with the running back. His stats haven't been great, right? Every yard has been hard to come by, but these are some of the best runs we've seen in the game by him, and it's happening at the most important time here in the fourth quarter.
Motion from the wideout. Lewis. Trying to make magic on the scramble. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats, but when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. And the Buffaloes back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. They'll run it. It's Davis. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Here's Lewis to throw. Out wide left, it's Davis. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Lewis from the gun on third down. Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Buffaloes! Made the grab in the end zone for the score. The lead gets bigger here in the fourth quarter, and their run continues, about to go 8-0. Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the fourth. So that's a 59-yard touchdown drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The Arizona offense coming onto the field. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
Winning first down is such a big deal on defense, like getting them in more predictable situations, more passing situations. Nice job not giving up a lot of run after contact on that first down.
They'll ride him again. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Dropping back, it's Rivers. Under pressure. Left side is... It's a fumble. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
And the Colorado offense is coming back onto the field. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Stopped in his tracks. He got nothing. It'll be 2nd and 10.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense just did their part, getting a takeaway. So now if you're on offense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
They'll move the wide receiver. Just feeds the running back. Picked up 4 yards on the play. It'll be 3rd and 6.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football. You preserve the lead. You got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quick give. It's Young. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They'll play it safe and try for 3. At this point in the game, and this crowd knows this is a huge field goal attempt. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is definitely on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. They'll try to salvage a field goal on this drive. There is no doubt, at this point in the game, this crowd knows how big this kick could be. He boomed it through, a 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful leg.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Sets his feet. It's Rivers. Looking left. It's complete. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Here comes the heat. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Gets the back moving. 2nd down, going to throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Trying to escape and get it himself. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33.
And they're going to need a lot more of this to get back in this football game. They're trailing. They're trying to make plays. I like the decision-making of the young man, though. Don't force the football. We already got to make big plays. The defense knows it, too. Nice job pulling it down, scrambling, getting the first down. Now you got to keep it going.
He's sacked. Took him a while to get there, but you have got to get the ball out in that situation.
That's a play the defense needed, right? It's been a battle all game long. Here we are. It's late. Everybody's tired. They've given up a few yards on this drive, but they come away with a huge sack at a big moment.
And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
and I'm just not sure where to put the blame. And I know they're going to lose this football game. They've struggled, and he's been sacked. I know he's turned it over and thrown an interception, but they haven't been in sync, and nobody's played really great, and they've got to find an identity on this offense moving forward.
They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them.
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Complete, and looking for enough for the 1st down. And he's brought down, but they believe the offense could convert the 4th down, and it paid off. Now the Wildcats call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. Arizona going back to work with another 1st down. Sets his feet. It's Rivers. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And unfortunately, man, another incompletion. This offense is just running out of time. Like, they've just not put it together, trailing. I know they're in passing situations, but this defense, they don't have to be aggressive. They can sit back. Offensively, you got to put the gas to the floor. Got to make something happen fast.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. He'll take a shot. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the 3rd down.
Well, the defense came into this one knowing if they stop the pass, they win the game, and they have done that. Their guys have won one-on-one on islands. They've been able to get to the quarterback. They've been mixing up their looks. They haven't even allowed 100 yards passing in this one, and that's why they are way ahead here in the 4th quarter.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The quick game. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. And the Wildcats will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. From the gun, looking for a man. Touchdown, Wildcats! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Getting set for the point after. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. 75 yards on the touchdown drive, and they cap the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 38-yard line. To the air, it's Rivers. Rush right in his face. Pass is incomplete. The clock is down to 9.
Well, this offense hasn't had a ton of success today. It's because I think of some of the issues in the passing game. They've never had the rhythm. Protection has been a bit spotty and iffy. Quarterback's got to raise.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Timeout on the field and 4 ticks left to go. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Finds us back in the middle. Still on his feet at the 45. And they fight him to the bitter end, all the way down to putting some more numbers in the stat column, but they'll come up a little short as time expires.